All right. So I'm going to go ahead and skip example 3. This is just a third angle. So it's what it's saying is, like since this is 90 degrees, that takes away the 90 from the 180 that all the angles add up to. So there's only 90 left. So that's that rule that like those two angles add up and equal 90. So they're complementary to each other. So that just wants you to do 90 minus 23 to get those angles. Same thing for the next two. So, all right. So let's just jump into what we need to go over today for you to complete the assignment. So the first definition right here is an exterior angle. The exterior angle of a triangle is formed by one side of the triangle and extension of an adjacent side. So it looks kind of like this. Okay, so that was an extension right here, and this creates this exterior angle right there. Okay. All right. That next one is remote interior angle. So remote interior angle so think of remote like your TV remote. So think TV remote. Okay, the reason why you're able to use the remote is because you're away from the TV. So a remote interior angle are two angles of the triangle that are not adjacent to the exterior angle. So what it means when they are not adjacent, meaning they do not connect, they do not share a point or a side between each other. So let's go to this example right here. Okay, this one says it's a triangle with an exterior angle. Exterior angle is angle 4. Okay, so since the exterior angle is angle 4, the remote interior angles are angle 2 and angle 1 because they are away from angle 4. Okay. So that is exactly what we have gone over today in class. So if the exterior angle was over here, this was angle 5, then angle 2 and 3 would be the remote interior angles. Okay. So angle 1 and angle 2 are the remote interior angles of angle 4 because they are remote interior to angle 4. Okay, so they're remote interior to angle 4. Remote interior angles. All right, so the reason we had to go over those two terms is because what we're about to go over next. The exterior angle theorem. So the exterior angle theorem is the measure of the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angles. So, like it said up here, angle 4 is congruent or is equal to whatever angle 1 and angle 2 are added together. Okay. So that's why we needed to know what kind of angles they were and how you would be able to recognize them because our two remote interior angles add up and equal our exterior angle. So like example 4. Okay, so I usually ask, okay, what is the exterior angle? So if you're looking at example 4 right here, which one is the exterior angle? All right, 113 is the exterior angle. So we know that 113 is going to have to be on this side of the equation by itself because that's the exterior angle. Well, then we need to know what the remote interior angles are. Well, one remote interior angle is 62, and the other one is E, which is what we're trying to find. So 62 plus angle E. Well, in order to find what angle E is, we're going to subtract 62. Okay, so angle E equals 51 degrees. All right, same thing for here. Which one is the exterior angle? All right, it's 68. It's 68. Okay, so which two would be the remote interior to angle, or that 68-degree angle? Be 3x and 4x plus 5. So how I would set this up to find x, because you have to find x first. And then you can plug it in to find angle. Find the angle A. Okay, so how you would find x is setting it up with remote interior 1 plus remote interior 2 equals our exterior angle. So one of our remote interior angles is our 3x. Our next one is our 4x plus 5. And we're going to set it equal to our exterior angle. All right, I'm going to add our like terms. I'm going to combine our like terms. So 3 plus 4 is 7. We don't have any other constants other than 5, so we're going to leave that. We're going to subtract 5. And 7x equals 63. And then divide by 7. So x equals 9. All right, so if x equals 9, then in order to find what our value of angle A is, I'm going to plug it into that angle. So 4 times 9 plus 5. And you should get 41 degrees. All right, so that's probably the biggest angle theorem that we will go over. A triangle theorem that will help you on today's assignment. Okay. All right, and then we have the last one, which is the third angle theorem. The third angle theorem states that if two angles from one triangle are congruent to two angles from another triangle, then the third pair of angles are congruent. So what it's saying is angle 2 is congruent to angle 5. Then angle 3 is congruent to angle 6. And by the third angle theorem, it is known that angle 4 is congruent to angle 1. Okay. So let me tell you how we're going to be able to apply this. So example 5, it gives us two different triangles with like angle tick marks. Okay, so what it's saying is that angle M is congruent to angle P. Angle N is congruent to angle Q. So that means by the third angle theorem that angle R is congruent to angle O. Well, our question wants us to find what angle, the measure of angle R and the measure of angle OR. Well, here's how we're going to be able to find that. We're going to plug in the values that it gives us for the angle measures and solve for x and then plug it back in. So because angle R is congruent to angle O, angle R is 5x plus 11. I'm going to set it equal to angle O, which is 6x minus 3. And then I'm going to solve. So I'm going to subtract 5x. I'm left with 11 equals 1x minus 3. Add 3. 14 equals x. Okay, so since the value of x equals 14, in order to find the value of angle R and O, I'm going to plug it in. So 5 times 14 plus 11 and 6 times 14 minus 3. got 81 for both. Okay. So it's important that you just double check, make sure that when you plug in your value for X, you get the same answer for both angles, because this is the third angle theorem we're talking about. All right, I'm going to start you on this one, but I want you to complete this one by yourself. Okay, so we need to figure out what angle Z and angle X are. Like, that's what it's asking. Well, we're not given a whole lot. Like, we're given that angle Z is 13x plus 4 and angle X is 14x. We're given like a 90-degree angle here. And then we're given two angle coverings on angle W. Well, just like it did over here, those angle coverings mean something. It means that this angle is congruent to this angle. So there's our there's our first pair of congruent angles. So what would be our second pair? Before we can state anything, the third angle theorem says we need two different pairs of congruent angles. Well, we have our first pair. Well, this 90-degree angle right here helps us a lot, because since that is a 90-degree angle and this is a straight angle right here, then that means that this angle is also 90 degrees. So here's our second pair of congruency. So because I have two different pair of congruent angles between two different triangles, I can now state that because of the third angle theorem, that angle X is congruent to angle Z. And then I just plug in. So then I have 14x equals 13x plus 4. Okay, I want you to finish solving for X, and then I want you to plug it into both X and Z to get the value of those angles. All right? You do have a midterm coming up on Friday. Bye, guys.